Hey, Tate here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Bitcoin. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave theory and provide multiple scenarios your price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on 1 hour time frame and looking at Dan's account that we had a couple of days back. Yesterday I couldn't make a video due to time difficulties, but again today I'm going to be presenting this count again. Having this as a WXY into wave 1, 3 waves pull back into wave 2, another 3 waves into 3, 4 and then 5 into a possible A wave. Again, as this was a wave A or labeled as wave A, we would be looking for a 3-way structure for that wave B, and this would be a first structure that we would be looking for. Then we would be looking for something like this. We have already reached the minimum amount of time we want to be seeing, so that is fine. And here on more local structures, we would have this as an ABC, another ABC, very clumsy wave C here, and it definitely has to be forced in there. So definitely not my favorite in that part. And then would be something like this. We'll look into this structure in just a moment. Other scenarios were that more bearish ones where we would have this as a 1-2, 1-2. However, again, this wave 2 here is taking so long compared to the higher time frame structures, but of course that is going to take a long time just due to the fact that this could be a WXY in here, comparing to a zigzag pattern here. But again, it did not retrace as much as this did, so it is still very much of a possibility. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Take another look at the other counts here as well. One of them was saying that we had an A wave already here, in which we would have this as a running flat, like so, or a, well, close to be a running flat, because we did not take out these highs. This was just a flat, a truncated flat, that's it. And that would be just the A wave. And then we would be looking for 3-way pullback. Of course, this could be a part of higher time frame, and it could be already done, and this would be a start of something downwards. But instead of going forward with the idea that we had on other counts where we would establish some kind of a diagonal structure in here, we could be just using this as a 3-way structure into W instead. So that's why we have a bit different counts over here, because again, these are very 3-way-ish moves, so it is kind of hard to say where they are and what the actual ends are for them. And as with 3-way structures, there's always going to be so many different alterations and possibilities that I'm just going to be presenting quite a few of them here. But in any case, we would have 3 ways into W, 3 ways into X, and then we would be looking for a wave Y. Another possibility for 3 ways to go down towards. Now, it is possible that X wave is done here. We did get to the 0.5 right around there, and now we could be looking for downwards movement again. How this fits into the smaller time frames is not really clear yet, but we have some ideas there as well. Well, the 0.618 here would be around 17.6k, again taking out the previous lows of that wave W, and that would be the minimum target. 1-to-1 would be around 15.9k, and 1-to-1, let's see, this is actually, yeah, this is something else completely. Let me just move this back over here and then just put it on the left side. That works better. There we go. And okay, the 0.618 has the target of 1-to-1 as well. We'll see if that happens, but yeah, that actually is the retracement, sorry, for the wave A of that wave B. So yeah, but just one possibility that we could be coming down a bit further. We'll need to be looking into this substructure to get better look at what this structure could be. Today is going, and this weekend is most likely going to be just sideways structures, so I don't expect too much to happen here overall. Now, Oya has had this as a C wave originally, but again, time proportions are quite off at the moment. If we still want to be tracking this, not much more to go here. We'll look into this smaller time frame now to see what this could be part of, and what it should, or what fits the best here. So let's start with a 5 minute time frame, sorry. And starting with this one, this high over here around the 4th of October, around the 20.5k area. In here, I've labeled this three ways, and then another three-way structure. Actually, that should be a WX1. I'm not sure why I had it as a W or ABC. And this could be labeled as minuscule for now. Then another three-way structure into B, and then three ways into 1, three ways into 2, three ways into 3, 4, and 5 into wave 1. Now, it is of course possible that this is a WXY as well, but again, it has less likely less likeliness, just because we retraced 90% of this original W or A wave move. That's why we prefer the idea of this being an A wave, B wave, and looking for C wave downwards to create a flat pattern. And this fits kind of well with that idea as well, being a wave 1, 2. Now, this wave 1 was quite large compared to the original A wave here already, so we might not need extensions here on third leg. So it could be that wave 3 is already done here, and then we would be looking for wave 4 here, and then wave 5. Let's actually put this in the right colors here, and this should be orange. There we go. And yeah, it is very much possibility. Now, this was very much of a mess here. We had some kind of news structures or news events going into this, some kind of, not FOMC, I don't think it was CPI data either, but something was going on here, can't really remember, causing a lot of volume into the charts. Let's see, where's the volume? Right around there. And as you see, compared to anything else, this was just massive. And if we are looking at 1 minute time frame here, we can see that there was some mad weeks here, up, down, up, down, up, down, and then finally down. It was very overlapping. I'm not quite sure if we should apply any kind of Elliott wave there, and just accept that a possible 3 was down here. We did get that divergence. Maybe a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is okay here. So it is possible that we had this as a 1, 2, 3. Also, the ABC possibility is there, and that would end the count here, where we would have a W, X, and Y if we want to be placing that ABC in here. But yeah, I feel like my preference is still looking for that possible wave 4. Again, invalidation for that would be the wave 1 highs around the 19.8k. At which again we would have to say that, okay, we had this as an ABC and this whole structure was going to be a WXY, and then we would be looking for higher prices for sure. Now, if we are zooming into the more very much local structures here, since the lows that we put in place around 19.3k, definitely looks like we had a contracting leading diagonal here. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fits very well, respects the trend lines very well. 3-way pullback into wave B, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 looks very good as a 3-way structure. Now, if we are just measuring this out here, we can see that we did not get to the 1.618, which is again perfect here. Then we would have some kind of 3-way structure here into the wave X, and now we would be looking for wave Y to possibly complete the wave 4 here. Now, overall, this is still my preference, this wave 4, just because again, these are very 3-way structures going up, meaning it is corrective structure going up and it fits into the wave 4. Now here on wave 2, we had a 3-way structure like this, as a zigzag most likely. So we are expecting a bit more complex structure here over at the wave 4. Now, today and tomorrow, I feel like this should already be completed. If it is not, and during the weekend we're not going to get that 5th wave, then it starts to again favor the other counts where we had this as the end of something. Just because of the time element here, it would be getting way too large if we are just doing something like this here, and it wouldn't be right proportions anymore for the wave 4. Again, I'm still on my shorts on Bitcoin and S&P 500. On Bitcoin, I've opened a long position already down here, or was it actually? Let's see, 20. Yeah, around here, somewhere around here, and I'm still expecting something like this to happen, and then I would be taking profits here, looking for lower prices. 1-to-1 would be around 19.7k. I'm not quite sure I want us to get there. That would be very far. Let's see where the 0.5 is. It would be just beyond the wave W, and all these highs would be having that as well. So I feel like that is the best confluence we can have. We do have some volume node here, but it drops off significantly here at the 0.5. So if we are getting through this volume to the higher side, I'm not too surprised if we are getting back here and invalidate this idea here at the same time. But if we are going to get a three-way structure here with momentum starting to fade around this area, I would be looking for another short setup here for the possible fifth wave and taking out these lows, and then we could be continuing our journey upwards more. But I think that is pretty much all the expectations at the moment I have for the local time frame, and then as this develops more, again we can look at the higher picture and see what it links up with. But for now, again, I would be much more focused on the more local structures than the higher time frames, just because again this is very much three-way structures all over the place. But if you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below, and for now I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you next video, bye bye.